I don't know where it's
What
at
up,
yet.
though, sports family? You're now tuned in to another episode of It Is What It Is Sports Talk.
It is South.
I am your host, Guito the God. And we're back with NBA talk. So let's talk. We
They
had
dropped it.
I didn't
last
see.
week's episode, we discussed, which really not last week, yesterday's episode.
You stupid.
I wanted to say last week. Alright. Well, yesterday's episode, we discussed LeBron James and whether or not he's the GOAT. We didn't dig that deep into it. So let's talk who's the best player playing today. Let's go top
I
five.
have to find it.
My top five
Yeah, I didn't see it neither.
in particular is LeBron, KD,
There's a red dot in here.
I got a red dot.
Oh, okay.
Steph, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, that's my top five.
A two scope.
Yeah,
LeBron has the
I can't even
stats
pick it up.
mark it.
to say that he could be the greatest of all
I
time.
got supplies.
Everything but the rings.
Good luck.
KD now has 2 rings. He'll probably have a third
Oh,
this
that's
year, and I'm
bad.
pretty sure
Oh,
he'll
somebody
probably
out
have
here.
4, as long as he doesn't leave Golden State, which will be more than LeBron. 2 scoring titles.
Got a 4-scope out
A
of it.
league MVP, 2 finals MVPs, 6'10", 6'11". Honestly, we really believe he's 7 feet tall. Because I seen him in the picture next to everyone else who's listed to be taller than him. And he's taller than all of them, including DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis and LeBron, everybody. He's taller than everybody. He's definitely at least 7 feet. He can handle the rock and shoot from anywhere. So, and now he plays defense. So, yeah, he's number 2. Number 3, I say James Harden. I say James Harden because, granted, he don't play a whole lot of defense. He gets lost on defense a lot. And, well, that's pretty much the biggest knock on it. The only knock on him. He can't really play defense. He fades in the playoffs. We talk about that. But for the most part, it's really just he don't play defense. But he still averaged about a steal and a half a game, so it's not that bad. He could just be a whole lot better. But on the offensive end, he's going to give you 60. And the fact that I can say that, and y'all can't argue, yeah, he's top 3. He's going to give you 60, along with 10 assists and maybe 10 rebounds. It's number 3. Number 4, I say Kawhi Leonard. As long as Kawhi Leonard comes back and continues to improve his offensive game, he doesn't fade as far as being a great rebounder, and his overall health gets him back to being where he was and still able to progress the way that he was progressing, then Kawhi Leonard is surely number 4 and has an ability to move up to 3, 2, and 1, actually, because he can defend, or he could defend, back when he was healthy and we knew the Kawhi that we grew to love. He could defend Kevin Durant or LeBron, probably Anthony Davis, some anybody else in the league, all the point guards, whoever he wanted to guard. For the most part, he could probably guard.
There it
Because
goes.
of that, yeah, he's top 4. And then 5, I say Steph. Now, a lot of people like to argue over Steph, mostly because Steph is the one who's been busting LeBron ass for the last 3 to 4 years. But
All right, we're about to camp it
he's a
out.
controversial pick. A lot of people say he can't play defense either. He's been averaging about a steal and a half, 2 steals. He's averaged 2 steals before, mostly in his career. He's small. I give you that. He's very, very small. But he actually works on defense. He tries to play defense. And he's actually pretty good, especially in the passing lanes. He'll get his steals. He'll get his stats defensively. And then he's the greatest shooter of all time. Arguably had the greatest season of any player ever.
Damn, I need a stock for this bitch.
For what?
For my sniper.
I got one.
Let me get it.
He averages on about 6.5 to 7 assists a year, 4.5 rebounds. And most point guards don't average that. A lot of people like to point to Kyrie. Well, Kyrie, he can't guard Kyrie, and he can't guard Russell Westbrook.
Somebody running up.
He don't guard the best offensive players and
Let him
all of
post
that.
up.
That's fine. That's understandable. But at the same time, if you look at the stat sheet, Kyrie don't average what Steph averaged. Has never averaged what Steph averaged. As far as assists, nor points, nor steals, nor rebounds. He's not in the same conversation. He's also never led his team to a ring. Steph did that before KD came along. What else? Russell Westbrook. Well, Russell is what Russell is, but I don't care what you say. The NBA is a league where you have to put the ball in the basket, and the greater distance in which you can do it makes you a greater player, and nobody can shoot from a distance like Steph can, and Russell for sure can't. So Steph got Russ beat too. Russ got triple doubles. That keeps him in the top 10. He has an MVP. That keeps him in the top 10. Steph got 2 of those. Steph got 3 rings already. So, yeah. Steph's 5th. We can go further into it. That's 5 for me. But as far as the best player in the league, I'll put LeBron number 1. But it ain't like it was back when there was a Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan was playing,
You think we
all agreed nobody would beat Michael Jordan one-on-one in the league. Nobody was going to beat him. When Kobe was playing, Iverson was great. T-Mac was great. Might have been 1 or 2 other players that we could say in a one-on-one game might give Kobe a run for his money, but for the most part, we felt like Kobe was going to win his one-on-one games. With the way the world is now, and with today's greatest basketball player being the way he is, I think Anthony Davis could beat him one-on-one. I think Steph could beat him one-on-one.
I'm about to get it.
I think James Harden could beat him one-on-one. KD can certainly beat him one-on-one. A lot of players can beat him one-on-one. Why is that? Well, LeBron got a lot of shit, but he don't have the most important, heart. Nah. This is no knock on you, LeBron. If you get a chance to actually see this, it's not too much of a knock on you. I don't want to, or it's a knock. It's definitely a knock on you. But no disrespect. There's no disrespect. It is what it is. You don't play defense. You don't play that hard. I really have a huge problem with the fact, and I'll steer away from you because I don't want it to seem too personal, of course. But LeBron James, before Russell Westbrook came out and decided to break the record for triple doubles
Yes, it is.
in a season, LeBron didn't think twice about having a triple double.
Yeah, I'm not going to that one.
Russell Westbrook,
We out right here.
James Harden, Jokic, and Draymond Green pretty much was getting all the triple doubles. LeBron was getting his 1 or 2. The very next year, LeBron has his career year in triple doubles. You may want to call it a coincidence. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say exactly what it is, because this is what it is, talk. LeBron doesn't play hard. He don't play hard. He simply don't. He will stat chase. He will do little side shit to make you look at him like, oh no, LeBron got a bunch of triple doubles. He's a GOAT. He averaged about 8 assists. No. That was your head ass. He averaged about 8 assists and 8 rebounds, but it ain't 10 and 10. But all of a sudden, when somebody else does it, he wants to do it. If you're a LeBron fan, you should have a problem with it. I have a problem with it. I have a huge problem with it. So, LeBron can't be the GOAT. He needs the rings. He's going to have 6 rings. 3 rings ain't enough. You've been there too many times. And the fact that Golden State is as great as they are now, that don't give you no excuse. You don't get no excuse for that. You had plenty of time to get there before they got to where they are. You have a hard time building teams. I actually think as much as people like to look at LeBron, again, off the personal, as much as people like to look at LeBron as being this great passer and this unselfish player, I see nothing but selfishness. Doesn't actually take accountability for being the head of the team.
This nigga hating on LeBron.
It's not hating on LeBron.
Oh, shit, somebody up there, dog.
This is it. Is what it is.
Yep, he just popped me. I'm down.
Sports talk. Sometimes it comes off as it could be hating, but that's simply because I'm spending so much time on this particular player, LeBron. But that's because he has to be discussed.
I'm down.
We have to discuss it. It has to be addressed before we can go any further. Nothing else will make sense unless we address this part.
Oh, I see him now.
You gotta play harder, LeBron. Gotta play harder. Stop. Most players that actually play next to LeBron, their numbers drop when they play with LeBron. And when LeBron leaves, their number go back up. Nah, you tell me what that is. I thought he was making everybody around him better. I don't see that. I see everybody getting worse when they get next to LeBron. And then LeBron just pointed his fingers at him like, well, they sucking ass, and I thought that was going to be great. But maybe you the problem, LeBron. You seem to be the common denominator. Probably the problem. And I can assure you, you are the problem. Kyrie was smart enough, and you were smart enough to understand that Kyrie is great, and he deserves to have the ball in his hand, and he helped you get the ring that you got. Now Kyrie doing what he doing. He about to take over the East. But I don't like to talk about LeBron too much. It's frustrating. I'd rather have somebody else ask me a question and try to debate with me on why the fuck LeBron is supposed to be the GOAT. So let's go to number 2. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. What is there to say about Kevin Durant? That ain't been said. I mean, he's a great scorer, the greatest scorer in the league. Probably, or at least the most unstoppable, maybe. But I think that's probably James Harden, to be honest. But for now, we're talking Kevin Durant. The man's finally got 2 rings, so you can't really knock him on that. He'll probably have a few more. He'll be a fool to leave. A lot of people got a problem with him leaving OKC. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it at all. If you don't get along with the person who's supposed to be your partner, why would you stay with them, man? And anything, I mean, you can call it sports or whatever, but if you was a cop and you and your partner didn't get along, it would make no sense for you to ride with them. It makes no sense. So, he left. I believe it worked out best for him and Russell. Russell got to prove that with or without KD, he's going to make the playoffs. KD got to prove if he played in the type of system that he wanted to play in, he could win the ring. Granted, they won 73 games without him. But he's over there now and they're winning championships forever. From here on out. Forever. From here on out. Until them boys decide to part ways, they will be winning rings. Surely. So, I was never a Kevin Durant fan. I put that out there, too.
What?
Never been a LeBron fan, never been a Kevin Durant fan. When James Harden, Russ, and Kevin Durant were all together, and they was discussing a split up, I was saying, and of course, I've always gotten flack for it, it made more sense to actually just trade KD, keep Russ and James Harden, and get whatever you can get for KD, which means you could probably have got whatever you wanted.
3 first-round draft picks.
3 first-round draft picks. The best player that was already on your team, probably. And y'all could have built around Russ and James Harden. Why? Because Russ and James Harden was already proven, from what I could see, that they was both going to be great regardless.
Oh, shit, I thought I was with you.
KD had proved what he had proved. Did I think he had hit a ceiling? No, I didn't think he hit a ceiling. I figured he'd probably get better. But there's a passiveness about KD that I saw and that Russell saw, which I felt like was going to always hold him back. It was going to always hold him back. And I would have rather had, he was the person that I could trade and build a huge team around. Like how Philly are doing, I could build a team around just having Russ and James Harden. So I would have kept them too. James Harden left and immediately start getting triple doubles and averaging 30, 45 points fresh out the gate. And I knew they had fucked up by letting him go. As soon as Kevin Durant left OKC, Russell Westbrook immediately started averaging triple doubles and he won the MVP. Immediately. They never really needed KD. So KD is he's a great 2. He's a number 2.
I'm gonna make my way to.
He's not a 1. LeBron is sort of a 1, but he's more of a 2. James Harden is a 1. Steph is a 1. Kawhi is he's like a 2 or a 3. That's in terms of being the key to your offense, the number 1 player on your team to actually help y'all succeed. Kawhi is like a 2, 3. LeBron, KD, those are 2s. LeBron got his first ring because he was with the 1. Dwayne Wade is a 1. He's the number 1 scorer. He should be the person who touches the ball. The other ring he ended up getting because Ray Allen hit the shot, but he was still with the 1. And then the one he just got with Kyrie Irving was because he was with another 1. He has to have a 1 in front of him. He can't beat the 2. But the problem is, all the attention goes to LeBron as if he's the reason why everything is working. He's a huge part of it, but without a 1, he's only going to make it so far. Which is why he bounces around. And I don't know what this LA team is going to look like because right now, he'll probably have to be the 1 for the team he has. And he'll probably try to hope that Kyle Kuzma can carry a lot of the load for him. Maybe Brandon Ingram. I don't know, but from what I can see, the team ain't really put together all that well. He's going to have to be the 1, and unless he takes on a number 1 mentality, they're going to lose. They're going to lose in a major way. What's up, Fred? You all right, bro?
Yep.
Number 3. Let's talk Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard jumped up to being considered the best player in basketball. Top 3 after one series against LeBron. Why is that? Because defense wins championships, and it was clear to see LeBron was frustrated playing against somebody as aggressive as Kawhi. And if you can stop LeBron, then you'll stop his team. Stop KD, you'll probably stop his team when he was with OKC. So Kawhi easily moved up and he won the MVP, just like Iguodala won his Finals MVP. You guarded LeBron, y'all won. Odds are you get the MVP. The league is centered around LeBron. I don't like it, but it is the truth, and it is what it is. If Kawhi can average,
that's super close.
26, 6.5, 7 rebounds, really 7, 4.5, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block, maybe a block and a half, or maybe a block.
Almost got me smacked.
Consistently, then he'll probably be the GOAT.
I got a burst out.
Yeah, not the GOAT.
I didn't know.
He'll catch up to LeBron. Only thing he'll be missing is the rings, considering the fact that he probably won't get a ring with Golden State being the way they are, but he plays enough defense to where he could take KD out of the game. And if you could take KD out of the game, they have so much other shit going on where you really gonna have to find other ways to stop them. But with Toronto, there are a few players that could help him out on defense a little bit. So they might be at a limit. Golden State to less points than norm. Kawhi Leonard is top 5 until further notice.
Flat.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
James Harden. James Harden, again, is going to get you 60 points. He'll get you 60. He'll get you 40, 50. 12 assists. 12 rebounds. He'll do it all.
You need any extended mags?
He'll do it all.
No.
So I don't really think I should have to go any further into explaining why James Harden is where James Harden is. James Harden, honestly, to me, James Harden controls the game in a way that Michael Jordan did. Hear me out. When if you notice, James Harden, you remember, James Harden was switched from shooting guard into point guard because it didn't make sense for him not to have the ball in his hand at all times.
I'm down.
Because he's either going to score, he's going to get an assist.
He running up on me. He running up on me.
He's going to get fouled.
He running up on me.
Why not just keep the ball in his hand? Just let him keep it. He has a high IQ. He has one of the best dribbling packages in the league. He can get to the rim at will. He can get fouled anywhere on the court at will.
It's making me exit.
And the only other player that was doing it like that was Mike. Keep the ball in his hand. Why? Because Mike is going to get fouled or he going to score. Or he going to hit the right man to hit. Make sure the open man touched the ball because he wasn't selfish. He just knew he was the best player in the league. So, yeah, James Harden, for 48 minutes of a basketball game, can control a whole game and win a game by himself. He did it in Orlando last year. Then we got Stephen Curry. Stephen, greatest shooter of all time. Great handles. Can shoot anywhere on the court, from anywhere on the court. 90% free throw shooter. The last 3 records for three-pointers made in the season are all his. What else is there to say, man? He's 6'3", 110 pounds.
110?
110 pounds.
Oh.
Soaking wet, Stephen Curry.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Hello?
But
What up? Yeah.
he averaged 30 for a season. He's averaged 8 assists for a season.
Oh, you go in?
He's averaged, I think, 5 rebounds for a season. He's averaged 2 steals for a season. There's a lot of things that he's done that a lot of point guards haven't and will not ever be able to accomplish. Steph Curry
What else is on the floor?
The best point guard in the league.
I said, what else is on the floor?
We could talk about Chris Paul, but Chris Paul has never averaged, I think most he's averaged 22. He's averaged 11 assists before, 11 and some change.
First?
4 rebounds, maybe 4.5 rebounds, maybe he's averaged that.
You already talked to him?
2 steals religiously. But he can't average enough points to. He shoots a high percentage.
If he get violent, call the police.
But he can't average enough points.
You goddamn right.
To be considered.
Because now he's taking full advantage
best
of you,
point
man.
guard or the best, being top 5 would be considered best point guard in the league because you have to average.
I told you.
At least 20 points to really be considered.
I told you. You didn't have to see
20,
it.
you really need 25
We all saw it.
to be considered anywhere near. And it's really like
We
you
told
need
you.
a lot of help with 25 because that's only a quarter of 100. So you need more close to 30.
Nah, no,
26,
dog.
27, 28. Anything over 25 is what really matters.
Your heart,
The fact that he can get 11 to 12 assists,
you ain't losing shit, man.
it helps. But if you only average 18 points with those
20-something years
12
old,
assists,
talking about your heart.
you
Fuck
still
your
leaving
heart,
a whole lot
nigga.
of points out there.
You
need
got the
more
rest of your
points than that.
fucking life and you giving it to a motherfucker who taking all your shit. You got me fucked up. I wish I would. He'd have been out of my shit.
Call this one off. Wrap this up right now.
He don't care nothing about you.
'Cause I got
You talking about your hurt.
I gotta actually put some stuff in order and make it a little more presentable. I actually build myself a setting and actually jot down some of these thoughts so I can sum things up better and not think so much while on camera. Most of these thoughts I already have, but it's a matter of finding thoughts and putting them in to a place where I can pretty much stay in a particular order without just jumping from thought to thought to thought. So I'm trying to figure out how to sum things up. Again, y'all bear with me, and we'll be back with It Is What It Is Sports Talk. Again, I'm your host, Squeeto the God.
I just can't get involved in it.
And it is what it is. Yeah.